So, ladies and gentlemen of the press, welcome to this interview here at the John F. Kennedy Hospital in Cinco, where this fellow, identified by his police, Melvin Swim, was hit by a vehicle. He was involved in an accident last evening at the Famoma checkpoint, where he was taken here at the JFK, where he was fully dressed in his uniform, LIBERIA regalia, impersonating as an LIBERIA officer. And so he's here, we have to conduct this interview so that it can be known that this individual is not a police officer as claimed by him with the ID card. You can see the ID card. He's here to identify as a police officer with the ID card, number, everything is there. But not to take much of your time, he's here and you can talk to him. So, you can ask him questions.
Morning.
Morning.
Why are you here, sir?
You can call your name and ask
my name is
questions.
Alfonso Mayonga. Why are you here, sir?
You were hit by unknown driver. Yeah. But you are wearing a uniform that belongs to the Liberian government, particularly the Liberian National Police. How did you get it? Where? So even the ID card as well. How did you get this ID card? How did you get it printed?
I took it from what we said at that time, but it was like.
So for how many years have you been doing this?
25 March, which is this.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to know, in your operation, I guess last night you were on duty, right?
No, I was going to.
So which team are you assigned to?
I'm not assigned.
So you normally go on the various checkpoint and get on your.
Oh, I didn't work to checkpoint.
Please.
I was crossing the road, and the car hit me. Crossing the road going to Matali Estate to my mother-in-law, and the car hit me.
How long you been in the force?
I said 2025 March.
2025?
March.
So why did you decide to impersonate?
Anyway, the plan, yes, the plan, would have led them to lose our depending on no work of 8 money because I'm partial for the job.
You mean you pay money to people that are doing the application process at the
carry all my applications and carry it in. He promised to put me to connect me, and I was disappointed.
So it is why you were led to impersonate as officer of the Liberian
It
National.
happened. I can't say anything.
So how old are you? How old are you?
36.
So how you call the police bash on you?
It was what?
Where?
On stores. There were stores they selling the uniform.
How come you never gonna bash?
And the seal.
They selling it too.
What so you mean they sell it in the store?
So if you
Which store are you
where?
talking about?
Where?
Can you
No, but you know where you get it from.
Can you take us to where you purchase the badge, the flare, everything? You go for the uniform, I know they sell in all store body.
The badge and the seal. You're also wearing the seal.
In this condition, my condition come first. In condition right now.
Okay. Now you are going through this process. What message you give for others?
Oh, to pass through the right channel, that's all. Because what I'm going through now is a bit disgrace.
You regret your action? Are you regretting your action?
Sure.
So what's your operation name, sir? You need to carry on doing.
That's my name. No, that's my name.
What kind of operation is
You used to write taxi or motorbike?
No.
So what kind of policing were you doing?
Guys, you don't have license. You know what I'm saying?
So where were you stationed? Where you usually used to be People who know you, when they see you, they will identify you as an officer of the Liberian National Police.
So what I'm saying, most people told me to be police. Yeah, but later on, they realized I'm not a police.
So where you usually used to be?
I don't have to say it.
So what is your rank?
See, inspector.
I don't have nothing more to say. You have already.
So you regret your action?
Sure.
But do you know the penalty?
You asked about the rank. Here is a rank he had on his ID card.
Inspector.
Inspector.
He's an inspector.
Inspector LMP with LMP number 4697. Inspector.
So you are 36 year old. What's a trap?
Okay, thank you.
Alright. So folks, I would say thanks for following Baba.
So that brings us to the end of the interview with this suspect and a victim and an accident victim also. Though he's a suspect, but he's an accident victim, according to him. After working,
Because I'm asking for a job.
You mean you pay money to people that are conducting the application process at the police training
Carry
academy?
all my credentials, I carry it in. He promised to put me on to connect me, and I was disappointed.
So it is why you were led to impersonate as officer of the Liberian
It
National.
happened. I can't say anything.
So how old are you? How old are you?
36.
so how you call the police bash on you? Because
It was what?
where?
On stores. There were stores they sell me uniform.
Not talking about you never gonna bash.
In the
They
seal.
selling it too.
Oh, so you mean they sell it in the store?
So if you
Which store are you talking
where?
about?
Where?
Can you do?
No, but you know where you get it from.
Can you take us to where you purchase the badge, the flare, everything? Because for the uniform, I know they sell it in all the store body.
The badge and the seal. You're also wearing the seal.
In this condition, my condition come first. In the condition right now.
Okay. Now you are going through this process. What message you give for others?
Oh, to pass through the right channel, that's all. Because what I'm going through now is a big disgrace.
You regret your action? Are you regretting your action?
Sure.
So what's the operation name, sir? You need to carry on doing.
That's my name. No, sure. That's my name.
What kind of operation is
You used to write taxi or motorbike?
No.
So what kind of policing were you doing?
Guys, you don't have license. You know what I'm saying?
So where were you stationed? Where you usually used to be? People who know you, when they see you, they will identify you as an officer of the Liberian National Police.
So what I'm saying, most people told me to be police. Yeah, but later on, they realized I'm not a police.
So where you usually used to be?
I don't have to say it.
So what is your rank?
See, inspector.
I don't have nothing more to say. You have already.
So you regret your action?
Sure.
But do you know the penalty?
You asked about the rank. Here is a rank he had on his ID card.
Inspector.
Inspector.
He's an inspector.
Inspector LMP with LMP number 4697.
Moon drive.
Yeah.
But you are wearing a uniform that belongs to the Liberian government, particularly the Liberian National Police. How did you get it?
I was watching the young person was watching.
Where?
He sent me around.
So even the article as well. How did you get this article? How did you get it printed?
I took it from what we said at that time, but it was like.
So for how many years have you been doing this?
25 March, which is this year.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to know, in your operation, I guess last night you were on duty, right?
No, I was going to
So which table are you assigned to?
I'm not assigned.
So you normally go on the various checkpoint and get on your.
Oh, I didn't work to check from.
Please.
I I was crossing the road and the car hit me. Crossing the road going to Matali Estate to my mother-in-law and the car hit me.
How long you been in the force?
I said 2025. March.
2025?
March.
So why did you decide to impersonate?
Anyway, the plan. Yes. I plan, let them those our depending on you know work on eat my money because I'm passing for the job.
You mean you pay money to people that are doing the application process at
I carry all my applications I carry it. He promised to put me to connect me, and I was disappointed.
So it is why you were led to impersonate as officer of the brand.
It happened. I can't say anything.
So how old are you? How old are you?
36.
So how you call the police bash on you?
It was for what?
Where?
On stores. They were stores. They selling the uniform.
How come you're not going to bash?
In the seal.
They selling it too.
Oh, so you mean they sell it in the store?
So if you
Which store are you talking
where?
about?
Where?
Can you do?
No, but you know where you get it from.
Can you take us to where you purchase the badge, the flare, everything? Because for the uniform, I know they sell in all the store body.
The badge and the seal. You're also wearing the seal.
In this condition, my condition come first. In the condition right now.
Okay. Now you are going through this process. What message you give for others?
Oh, to pass through the right channel, that's all. Because what I'm going through now is a bit disgrace.
You regret your action? Are you regretting your action?
Sure.
So what's the operation name, sir? You need to carry on doing
That's
it.
my name. That's my name.
What kind of operation is
You used to write taxi or motorbike?
No.
So what kind of policing were you doing?
Guys, you don't have license. You know what I'm saying?
So where were you stationed? Where you shouldn't need to be? People who know you, when they see you, they will identify you as an officer of the Liberia National Police.
So what I'm saying, most people told me to be police. Yeah, but later on, they realized I'm not a police.
So where you shouldn't need to be?
I don't have to say it.
So what is your rank?
See, inspector.
Yeah, I don't have nothing more to say. You have already.
So you regret your action?
Sure.
But do you know the penalty and
You asked about the rank. Here is a rank he had on his ID card.
inspector?
Inspector.
Where's the inspector?
Inspector LMP with LMP number 4697. Inspector.
So you are 36 year old. What's a trap?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So folks, I would say thanks for following Baba.
So that brings us to the end of the interview with this suspect and a victim and an accident victim also. Though he's a suspect, but he's an accident victim, according to him. After working like a police officer, he was on his way home and he was hit last night and he was body at the GSK Medical Center. So this is the ID card he made as a police officer, inspector, and these are the clothes that he was wearing. Here is his trouser, and he was dressed in his full police regalia. There's the top. He had a uniform with the flag and the police seal, everything on him. So as you can see.
So it's just any fall back to this.
So how long do we expect him to be here? How long?
We don't know the report from the doctor, but though he was hit, but he will be prosecuted.
So
March.
2025?
March.
So why did you decide to impersonate?
Anyway, the plan. Yes. minimum. You know, work on. Eat my money. Because I'm passing for the job.
You mean you pay money to people that are conducting the application process at the police street?
All my credentials are carried in. He promised to put me on it.
There were $10 million that the executive wanted. How can the executive send an agreement? Okay, the Senate acted on it. The House of Representatives look at it. The first thing is that if you brought a deed to this government, it comes in conflict with an existing contract when it comes to the Decano Port. So because the agreement comes into conflict with an existing contract, the House of Representatives, as member on the Committee on Investment, we could not have passed that agreement because it would be duplication. So even if you brought that company today to the government cannot pass such an agreement where they have absolute control of the Buchanan Port, the railway, and all of those things. They cannot have control of that. That's the fight. Even this government will not pass such an agreement. So for someone who went and lobbied for the people and took $1 million United States dollars from them and ate it, he got exasperated because he had committed himself that the deal was going to pass. It was not the executive, it was the House of Representatives that said, no, we cannot proceed with it because it comes in conflict with an existing contract. For you to be chairman, that's what we talk about moral standing. When you feel, look, when you reach to a point where people sideline you, they want to kill you, they want to destroy you. What the essence of holding the job? As chairman on executive, what the essence of holding the job? Come on, we wrote out about politics as far back as 2020. 2020, we are campaigning. And for Sarah to even say in our campaign that President, we are getting the money to build the place, it means a liar if you say that President, we are not getting the money, but you have to lie. That means every word coming from Sam Mob that lies. Every word coming from him mother means that he lied to the public. But the CDC is not perturbed, will mean imperturbable. As a political institution, SAR is not taking anything away from the CDC. He only taking himself away from the CDC. The argument that you got 300,000 votes, that video I saw, you got more votes than Joseph Boyka. You were talking to people that gave $500 away in America. You got more votes than President Weah. Yes, you got more votes because some United Party people felt comfortable voting for you, and sedition, like people like us, felt comfortable voting for you as a senator. Okay. So that does not, that cannot be translated into, look at Sir talking about, we got to redeem the country. I cry. I'm concerned about the welfare of the Liberian people. Sir, all of the wealth you got, that you're parading publicly, the concession company you get, the contracts you're getting from government to your company, yes, they get contracts. It's an open secret. I'm not hearing anything. Okay? Once I took the $1 million from the company.
Joining us again. On this edition of the morning, right? Yeah, you know, sorry for the poor quality of my voice. I'm on the weather, but it's good to have you joining the conversation on this wonderful Wednesday morning, the 20th day in the month of August. Couple of days, we're going to be celebrating Liberia flag anniversary. But it's good that we are certainly here. You listen to all of those recordings. We're not going to be talking about that. But we'd like to say to all of you, if something important we're going to be talking about, any concern, past and current officials of government, as well as current government and future governments, that you take cue from some of these things. These are some of the things that we take our time to do research, not just free talkers, but guide government and opposition or ruling party in position on some of these things, and you get to know why we are faced with some of the challenges. We hope that you will call in at the appropriate time and don't tell us what to discuss, because trust me, I will make your day miserable if you just attempt to do that. Yes. You know, when we are discussing critical national issues, you put up your political garment and think that issues that affect the lives of the people in the negative form, and calling those in charge to change the lives of the people. But you think that when your political leaders or your political parties I mentioned, so you think you can fight everything back. Even when you are selling negativity and marketing your ignorance, you still don't want to accept that the bigger picture call out here. I'm Weekie Brooks. I suffer no identity crisis. Ambassador Vice alongside T. Nicholas Barkley is the man behind. You can follow us now on our YouTube channel too. Yeah, you can get us on YouTube. But I like to say welcome to the People's Program, and it promises to be great. Very stimulating and very thought-provocative, with a lot of education and all of these things. But this is how I like to welcome you to this edition of the Morning Round. While you are also following us, you are fortunate this morning to win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars. And all you need to do is to go your lose time MTN mobile account, the Cool Catch Radio Entertainment Liberia cash giveaway. You dial *799 *11#, and you can just go to play 100 Liberian dollar or 70 cent US, and you stand a chance to win 4,000 this morning. I want to see maybe 3-4 persons can win 4,000 at least in the midweek. So today, Wednesday, normally the ladies in Liberia call it ladies' night. So maybe one or two of them get away and take their journal guides out. It's going to be good. But all you need to do, so if you want to play 2 times or 3 times, you just put in the number 2, 3. It's just 100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. So the short code, you can just go about *799#, the option 11 there, and you put in. Trust me, you're going to be one of the luckiest winners. So even if you play 400, 500, and you won 4,000, the profit is massive. Even if you play 1,000, you won 4,000, it's still 3,000 extra profit. So I expect in the next couple of minutes to call somebody and say, look, you just won for yourself something. But folks, welcome as usual to this edition of the Morning Ride. You know, repeatedly over the years, we have heard about how rich this country is with all of the resources we've been blessed to have in our country from the Almighty God. And looking at our location on the continent called Africa, and look at our climate and how we are strategically positioned. We see other countries, and let's go to all of the political parties, and some of you who want to think that it's just about the party and to the current government. I will tell you why I took my time to do a thorough research. And a lot of you, at the end of the day, will have to agree. Because most of the time, your issues just based on politics. And that's the reason why we got too many poor people or struggling people in our society. Because the mindset of a lot of folks in Liberia when it comes to politics centered around few individuals. You're more concerned about how you lift your political leader to a height that you cannot even take yourself there. You are more concerned when you hear anything about them whether in a negative or positive form, you're willing to fight, kill for that person. But those people are not even willing to get sick for you. We turn to Liberia resources, gold, diamond. Every day we talk about what we got. And other minerals that were recently discovered and some to be discovered there. So we try to look at these things. Then we ask ourselves, now, why is it that other countries don't have the kind of resources that we've been blessed to have, but yet their GDP is far bigger than ours? The living standard of the ordinary people are to some extent better than large Liberians. What are some of these problems? But we claim to have a lot of educated people. They travel out of this country. They obtain academic credential that you think can have a total transformation for a country. Africa, oldest republic. Now, we will hear that government signed this other concession worth this $8 under the former president Johnson leave. We signed 68 concessions worth billions of United States dollars. But yet, the people struggle. The people live below the poverty line. Today, they are still faced with the same thing. You hear political parties, they talk about, oh, we can solve this problem, we can do these things. You hear political actors say these things. But you will come to note, to most of the political actors, most of you who, oh, we are the footstool of party A, we are the defender of party B. Most of you lack the knowledge of even providing the necessary information to your party in terms of criticism or to the growth of Liberia. Your energy in you is only for negativity. Your energy in you, you're only waiting to hear who talks about this person will be fed. You run to the social media, you see this one. Your energy in you is to mislead the young people. When you got personal problems, you go for a class that people feel that they don't have a space in society properly. You go to our treasure motorcyclists that normally take us to all of the places. You go to our keke people, our commercial drivers. You go to the coconut sellers, the ordinary people in the market and other places. You make them to feel that you are advocating for them, but on the overall, it's about your own benefit. We are having problems in Liberia. My research has brought me to this level. And I want all of you, whether you're from the opposition or you're from the government, to quietly sit and listen to me. I'm instructing, I'm teaching this month. I'm going to tell you why we are at this level. And you look around, you see other countries, everything just depends on tourism. Some of them got one or two mineral, but the booming. Liberia fundamental problems that we are still at this level, and if this current government and the next government to come do not start to play in picture, trust me, we will continuously see ourselves in the same position. You know why we have this kind of problem in our country? We got structural challenges. We got structural challenges. And it has kept this country back for a long period of time. When it comes to infrastructure, it's very fundamental to investment. Sometimes you see people don't want to come and invest in Liberia. It's just because of the structural challenges we have. Where will the people come? To build their own area. Even sometimes they don't even see the kind of facility to even rent. Look at some of the structures that we got. Structural challenges. Even if you're talking about roads, it's still a problem. Some of the companies that want to come to invest, they got their own flights. What are they, the airports. So if we do not address these things, trust me, we will spend billions of dollars traveling, talking to investors, and sometimes when these people send their people to make assessments, sometimes they will not even tell you. They just send a team. When these people come to look at the structures in Liberia, they make the report back and say, look, we can invest over there. There will be a lot of problems. So until we can address these things, and these are something that been a long time problems that today now we've been affected by it. It has hindered the ability to grow and develop our economy. Structural challenges in Liberia today have kept our economy where it is. You're going around whole day, the other party. You only want to get to power. Most of you don't even have a proper blueprint as political parties while you're in opposition. So when you enter government, you don't even know where to start, where to move from. You only know how to only sit condemn, but not to even provide ideas. How many of you right now, when they tell you that today, tomorrow, the other party, you won election? Some of you don't even know where you will start from. You only exist. So we sit down, oh, look at Sierra Leone. They are addressing the structural challenges. Oh, Guinea, they are addressing the Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Ghana. So when people are going to invest, the issue of structure, not the problem. People run from your country at times. We talk about all of the resources that we got here. The world steel giant and Southern America, we never had a structure that they would just start from, but rather they came to a structure that was already existing by previous concessions that we had running. Up to this time, the government of Liberia is still renting for ministry and agency. And we are not addressing those things. But we think about traveling and telling people to come invest in Liberia. And this is key to economic growth. And that's why you see these structural challenges, they you know, it often involve the deep-seated problems within our economic structure. And it has something to do with the human capital as well. Inadequate infrastructure in Liberia. I will tell you what are some of the problems that we are faced with, and we hope that people can be able to address these things and the government can address it. Inadequate infrastructure, such as we should not hide some of these things. That reality. We have poor transportation networks in this country, very poor, unreliable energy. Are we as a nation, as a people, as government, opposition, prepared and willing to address these things? These are our fundamental problems. How many of you sit and think of these things? You only want to be representative, you want to be senator, you want to be president. So we will just continuously say, oh, that bro, all the resources. Look, we are still not addressing these issues. We'll still be hanging around 800, 900 million and we celebrate it. We will not hit billions and go above. We got structural problems that we need to address. You hear all the people, yeah, okay, when they party, we want you want to cater to the poor people, you want to lift the people. You don't even address these things. Most often, when the people elect a particular government, see how many infrastructure they normally leave behind. But the officials will leave power with wealth that they can explain how they acquire it, but they would not leave structures. They say this is owned by government. So when government just construct one thing, they take 6 months to celebrate, and they leave it with their supporter and go again. So I just argue about it. We can look around like brothers and say, oh, that one 15-story building, that one 20-story building. That even when somebody wants to come to like brother invest and say, okay, I will take 2 of the 15-story as my office. You'll find out that the people go to start renting somebody private homes. And we just feel we're making progress. Yes, we're gradually trying, but we have not seen that tenacity, that focus from past and current government that look, these are the fundamental issues to address if we want to attract these people. You see a man who do not have any history of energy problem. The man lives in the US. Except for natural disaster or any other means before they notice the issue of power cut. And you expect the man to come to a country called Liberia, where when power goes, it takes hours, weeks, months. Oh, the transformer blow up. Then they start to use their own backup generator. Then you expect the economy to grow. Some of you they are claiming to be experts in, oh, I'm a chief economist, a financial analyst and all of these things. I will teach you, man. I'm your professor. We are not addressing these things so easily. Water supply, we try to get them more Ali and his team here. These are issues that have kept this country back. But political actors do not even see these things. Those things are not even in the picture. All the things that they're giving power. When will we address these things? towns or villages are rich in mineral. Poor road network, transportation. How do people get there? We want to go to Ghana and open a road there. So sometimes when people come to invest, they just extract our resources. They will not fix the road. They will not do anything when they know that they have acquired enough and the terms and conditions already expire of the time being operated. They leave. But we have overlooked these things. We want to go to Rwanda and talk about Kigali. See the infrastructure. It's very attractive. You go to America, France, Italy, Dubai. Look at Dubai. Look at the UAE. We are spending millions of dollars to travel to those countries because of the infrastructure they pay, and we pay hugely. The economy well off because they invested hugely in infrastructure. What do we have here? So we just at the same pace, right after another, right after another. Where NTA put 3-4 buses on the road, say one day they'll be running from here to Sando, they call huge press conference. Poor road network. Look at our internet. Very poor as well. There are a lot of things that is currently keeping us back. And we just think that it's play and think that we will go to sleep. You will listen to all of the colorful speeches when these things are not addressed. Trust me. Our children will come and meet the same thing. Who told you people don't want to come investing like that? Let me tell you something. Infrastructure wise, no. It's a challenge if we do not address it. Trust me. We will not attract the kind of folks that should be here. Even schools that will bury so many people who are coming here, bringing their families, cannot even see it as somewhere so accommodatable for the kids. They pull out. Our medical infrastructure in this country is poor. We have structures that we're building that can accommodate people who are physically challenged. Because in Liberia, when you see somebody in wheelchair, you can be a minister, they can be director so easily. But in the developed world, these people are heading companies, they are CEOs. You find somebody who is visually impaired, but is a full-fledged professor, publisher of a series of books and articles. Go and see so many people, there are thousands of people in their employ in other countries. Even somebody sitting in a wheelchair in Liberia to just give their research on their work. It's a problem. Ambassador VAR and Ambassador Brooks will come to tell you we have identified a real problem here and you can solve it. Trust me. We just be one party go, one party can, party go. Poor infrastructure development in this country, Liberia, where we are. We wanted to, we try keeping it in, but we thought whatever party, other individual, actually going to learn from this thing, but we decided to bring it on now. This is Liberia problem. We finally brought Liberia problem on now. We identify and give you solutions. We don't criticize. we educate, we inform. That's why, even to the extent districts are underdeveloped, because those who are electing do not have the developmental mind. They don't even think and know that those are some of the problems why the districts and counties are underdeveloped. You will hear the, oh, Baboru County rich in minerals, gold and diamond, huge deposit, river sets. But go there, you don't see the infrastructure attract investors. So who won't go river set? Well, we have one public high school. Where you can even find a building that's so comfortable that somebody say, yeah, they building that 10-story or 5-story building here. So when few head of people decide to just go, say they pay rich, they go do illicit, illegal mining, get one or two, and they leave. Limited access in this country, limited access to communication technologies. So at the end of the day, we will have increased cost for businesses. Because why? Fueling stations in our country will shut down 9, 10 o'clock. People will charge you because they look at the time and they know that most of the vehicles are already parked. You have to pay extra because the man is still driving after 1 o'clock in the morning. But go to other countries, they don't have a problem with that. You have the options. Are we addressing these things? You won't come to power, but these are the issues that you should be looking at. You wake up in the morning, anything you get look for something to criticize, but you don't have a second thought to think on these things while we at this stage and we're bragging about the kind of resources. We just get them underdeveloped. We have not had people who focus and addressing our infrastructure challenges that could attract more investors to this country. The people who collecting the revenue in our country, they renting. The people that are collecting the revenue, they renting. You turn to the other place, the other place, they renting the other building. Oh yeah, government renting the other place. You see? To even extend that, even when our president who have come to power, when they even travel within Liberia, they hurriedly come back to much rather to go to their homes. We have not been able to build structures to host other presidents in our. Look, take for instance, oh yeah, the president of Nigeria is in Liberia on a 3-day state visit. And you see that the president of Liberia and the president of Nigeria spending the night in Grand Gila County at the presidential palace and working from there. The in-grand crew at the presidential palace, they in Lofa, Sino, Riversets. And you're going thinking I say I got love for Liberia, people might get power. You come to power, you got poor mindset, you're in opposition, you stay poor in your thinking, you come to power, you stay poor in your thinking, but yet you want to criticize people who are very astute and patriotic in helping Liberia. I don't want to know why people fear things. I've written my name in history, I will die away already. This country. Some of you should be writing by now. These are the fundamental problems. We just thought to look at Liberia and say, let me see what these people can think in this way. Some of you come from abroad, say they make a master in international development. When you in Beijing, you telling the people the hotel you are in at 20th story, 50. They preach, the local preach. The other place you walk in are class, but you come back here, you don't even have a blueprint to deliver. We know that it is very true that some of you acquire this education, you have come back, you have not been given a chance. Let's be honest. You have not been given a chance to apply. And it hurts some of you so badly. But on the overall, trust me, with that poor infrastructure, we should not expect the kind of development that we will see until we address some of these problems. In Basel, I finally leaving Liberia. Once I identify the country problem, I'm leaving.
And it is so appalling to see that the leaders that we depend on don't love this country. And they mentioned earlier on, we say government inclusion. We should find everybody into the to feel the presence of government.
People who come to government space are more concerned how to develop property for themselves.
Yeah, they are only that personal life can develop, but the country cannot. It's so much
different. For instance, somebody wants to come to invest in Liberia. You go, you side with the people, you talk to them, you finish painting the picture for a country called Liberia. It was well sold, and they send a team. So many people, infrastructure wise, when they go back, they tell you, no. It will be waste.
Yeah.
What the structure? Poor road connectivity.
Yeah.
Poor communication network. Poor transportation network.
So the people thinking they're conscious about the key existence. What they have been doing?
Yes. But look at what we say and say the battles. They depend on tourism, but go see what they build for themselves that people go in there.
Yeah.
That the infrastructure, people go to the beaches and the resorts, they relax. The economy far bigger, our population larger than them, but the economy bigger than ours. Because the poor infrastructure
I listen, one of the policymakers of this country, they said their party coming get asset recovery team to go. When this government was struggling to recover assets from their government, they couldn't get it. Up to today's date, there are several valuable assets the government officials had in the past government. This government was unable to get it. Because they hide them. Yeah. But the party can say they can form asset recovery to go through party things. What are people thinking?
But when you leave the district and put, so it also falls down to all of the districts. The district, the electorates or the constituents. You all start putting your asset recovery team together. So when your lawmaker leave, and make sure that work for the district, you can retrieve it.
You see, accountability is a problem for this country. You hear leaders say, since they will not go in accountability for the person who took charge of this matter. Yeah. So it become an issue in the country now.
You go to places, they say, oh, the other company are here that worth billions of dollars, and they put when you see the road going there, but the resources being extracted, we will still not put a structure that will attract other people to come. To the extent that people who are working in the day, they come into time, the next day to sleep.
Yeah.
No structure to accommodate them. Some of the folks want to come to invest, but to live here, they see our health structure poor, our educational structure poor.
We're not joking in this country.
We're joking. No, let me tell you something. This is the official problem of Liberia. Nobody must say that. There is no other problem in Liberia than the problem here until we can address it. We'll just be passing around asking people to come. And when the people come here, because they know we don't have the kind of infrastructure, they exploit us and give us pocket change. Then we think we can develop money. Yeah. That's why all of what we get in return is just for salaries.
Yeah.
So
they can even improve. They are not even improve salary that people can depend on. When the Liberia is hand to mouth. Yeah. And some of them have been to government past and present.
They will come back with the same mindset.
They come with the same idea. Look at, since Charlie Kingston in this country, government will procure materials. the next regime will loot everything, come back and buy things over. Eh? What kind of country is that?
Yeah.
People into position when it comes to accountability, they say no. Why me say they do it?
They will tell you who.
But the nurse in the hospitals, when the meal finish, they ask the nurse, they fit that queue. They just will say 1 or 2 more after they finish. They want accountability. But the position they are occupying, they don't want nobody to ask them. Or somebody to ask them. We not see also. And it's a systematic process. On and on.
And Ambassador Bar, this is why we are at this level. And why we are at this level is just the issue of weak governance.
Yeah.
Corruption. Inefficient legal system. Lack of transparency most often creates an unstable environment for businesses. So many people won't come to invest. They look at your will of fighting corruption. How do we come to a country where when he wants to come invest, then you see people asking you to give money.
Yeah.
Give me 10 million.
I'm give money before you can invest.
Somebody is telling they coming to invest 100 million.
What are saying? For the sake of my people, I just want you to come. Yeah? Anything you want me to get, but I want nothing from you.
Sometimes they even presenting blueprint to you.
Yeah, this is what we want. We just want, because I'm in a position, I just want to leave here tomorrow and see that I was able to make this happen. That's all I want.
But when government starts to tell these people, when you sign the construction and say, we want you to construct your own headquarters. So when you leave for the next person coming, that building is going straight to it.
Sure.
Renting it from government.
Yeah.
But how do we get there with government still renting up to this time? Intricate institutions are still renting.
Jesus Christ. We just one man will put his own rank, wear police uniform, be on it. So how many people have gone to offices and put charges on people that they're not real police officers? How many of them? How many times we have seen this?
Look at all about national police. They're renting all over the place.
And the commander come, a depot, he finished building one house. But the depot they cannot construct their own. No! The place can be so stinky and filthy. This country. We just in one little dumb cycle.
So our economy will struggle in Basel for the next 20, 50 years if we don't address this. Our poor infrastructure affecting us when it comes to development in this country. So we'll be running about every day.
Yeah.
They're addressing these things. Look at the roads. Guinea, Ivory Coast.
They're fired.
We run into Rwanda. We're sending our kids to Rwanda to go to school because of the infrastructure. People investing into Rwanda. Tourists are going there. But we talk about our tourism sector. But the roads that are leading to these historical sites, go and see how it looks like.
Even those historical sites are left abandoned.
But we're almost losing most of them now.
Yeah.
They're turning to something else.
Nobody cares. You go to other countries, they are preserving those things. They are not only using them, but they're preserving them.
We still get limited access to quality education and healthcare.
It's still the same. Look at the way I result.
Yeah.
I mean, watch result.
We still
so every year the amount of fee, the money, the amount of pass. So how are students graduating from high schools?
But look at the university entrance and see the level put a fee again.
Yeah. How are students graduating? So then, in clear terms, our folks today who are in leadership, they are not preparing the young people. They are not. They may go to school.
The private sector, so poor.
Our leaders, they are not doing well for us. They are not.
Okay, folks, this is the morning ride, and we have identified Liberia problems. The two professors have finally identified the problem. We have given you recommendations. We're telling you why we are at this stage, and if we are to get out of it, these are the things that we need to address.
But we are still in a cave system, in the slavery days.
Yeah.
Segregation on it.
But you hear somebody say, from the defend and respond.
Yeah.
But ask them to put forward one idea that will move Liberia to the next level. They don't have it. So you go to districts and counties underdeveloped, but when you point to anything that look good there, the superintendent in the county, he prefer to build one motel because you know the people go there and
people go sleep there
to make money. But the county that pays in or pays her is underdeveloped.
But
the representative will build a hell of a mansion, but the district is still underdeveloped. They cannot even put infrastructure that the district can even rent. Just last Friday, we were giving an idea, they telling me about you can pay for the district a multi-purpose house that will people will go for wedding reception, people go for repairs, people go having wedding, people having other program, workshops, seminar, renting it, and the money goes. That's structure. You see the development, then you look at strategically, you find another area where you build something else.
Our people are not innovative.
Folks, this is the morning ride. While you are following the broadcast, you have the chance to win for yourself $4,000 Liberian dollars. And the easier way to do it, you just go and the cool cash really entertainment giveaway. $4,000 Liberian dollars.
Yeah.
Just $100 Liberian
dollars. $100 Liberian dollars for 70
cents. US. You have the chance to win $4,000. I'll be calling my phone winner very shortly to tell you to check in your phone. You dial *799 *11#. You go there, play. You won't play 3 times, you put the number 3. You won't play 4 times. So even if you play 1,000 and you want $4,000 out, 3,000 profit.
Sure.
So it's just simple. Or the short code, you dial *799#. Option 11 is there. You go there, $100 Liberian dollar or 70 cents US. I'll be calling somebody to win something. Who knows? Once your number hit the dashboard, I'll call you up right away to tell you that you just won yourself $4,000. So please go there and play. So you see, Ambassador,
we just running in one cycle with no improvement in our lives.
You in opposition, you know you got no plan. When you come to power, no plan. You leave with all plan. We don't address these things. So a kid is born in the West or other part of Africa who have never experienced a thing they can call power cut. The people come here, they send the people when they want to invest. Sometimes we don't even understand. We just telling you the truth this morning. Sure. The man send his team to come and assess in Liberia. You look at how current and go when he comes back. They look at your security. No net patrol.
Nothing.
They look at your health delivery system. People go see people sitting in chair taking drip.
Yeah. When you go to other country, when they see you, like everything is okay.
The man go to do assessment on infrastructure when it comes to education. When it rain, the cloud die, the teacher can teach because he gets sick because the public school do not have electricity. And we say we are addressing the problem, person. Whole day, the other party will say they coming back or they ready to change this. Then you see the people who in government, they were there where you did before, but they will not want to address the issues that they say when they were in opposition. We see that where government too.
So you saying that they're putting what did so you're saying not doing it?
So the 12 years out there where we saw the argument from CBC.
People
were talking about the 12 years out in power where they
yeah. Your king says
yes. Now, the Unity Party and the CDC now arguing when the protest there, they say they will get a wire deal.
Yeah.
Those type of comical things they just put in the minds of the people.
They just put say, how they got it? We do it, we are doing now. So you take pride.
Yeah. But you spoke about doing these things while you were in opposition. But you got there, you did not do it. The other people, they there now. Things that they criticize the other people, they doing the same thing. But when the people try to say the time I had, would Liberia will ever get developed?
No.
Yeah. We got people in our country extracting resources, the investment worth billions, but our economy can reach $1 billion when they say our GDP. Go to see places. Why you think we got a whole lot of illicit money activities taking place in Liberia? Because The man can know around the road are going to an area where somebody didn't tell you that place rich will go. The man pass and go in the front, go one thing down, he start mining. Go River says and see some of the videos, some of the pictures. See people mining.